My boy's in trouble. I know, I know, I know, I know. My boy's in trouble. My boy's in trouble. But he will redeem himself. He will redeem himself. How are we doing, Star Fam? Welcome to another live Love Island live review after show, whatever this may be. Thank you all for joining me. I am Nikki.Star. I do comedic reviews of some of your favorite reality TV shows. I do my review in the first 20 to 30 or so minutes, depending on how much I have to discuss. And then I hop in the chat with the Star family for about 2, 3, 4. We haven't got to 5 hours. No, we have gotten to 5 hours. Yeah, we talk up in here. But just so you know, if you're new here, do not worry. The review is like 20 to 30 minutes. So if you don't want to chat, you can listen to me and then check out. But before you check out, make sure you leave a like, share if you care, and hype up the video. Let's get into it. Also, quick housekeeping. For some of us, we're watching kids. Very, very young people. And these are young people who experienced high school and college during the COVID season. So a lot of their formidable years were online. in a room, so a lot of them are a little awkward, and they're probably going to make decisions that you would not make now, but you're 34, right? You're 40, you're 46, right? You're 70, so, or you would have made a decision like that, but it's easy to judge because you are not being filmed. So I would say let's be entertained, because these are also very young people who are being manipulated for entertainment. So let's just be entertained. And that's it. Let's just be entertained. Give them babies grace. Let's get into it. So guys, we got the first brand deal of the season. And that brand deal goes to no other than my baby, our baby, Sincere. I knew it. I was like, bae, it would be ridiculous for her to pass this up. Look at that mane. So this was a thread from Toronto Top Pop Zone, who said, which hair brand is drafting him first? And then Sacred responded, didn't y'all name him Sacred? It's coming. They're already in his inbox. And what a genius move it is. What a genius move it is. So
happy for him.
Me too. Congrats to our boy Sincere. The first brand deal of the season. Who else would get a Sacred deal from this? I think it's just going to be Sincere. I don't think anybody else. I don't know. They might bring along Anaya and Serenity. We'll see. But I feel like, Sincere.
Serenity. Who is Serenity?
Oh, Trinity. But yeah, it's definitely going to be our boy Sincere. And I'm proud of him. Congrats, young man. You don't even know. You picking up coins in the villa and you don't even know. Congrats, young man. Let's get into this review. So I know there's been a lot of talk, a lot of chit chatter, but I am still holding space. I'm still holding space, and I'm going to take my core four of the season to the end. We've seen some things, Listen, I'm going to give the Latino couple a bit more grace than anybody else, because I'm telling y'all, this is normal. Everybody's up in arms. But if you did not go to high school or middle school or junior high with Latino kids who was coupled up, you can't understand this world. But I'm telling you, they are just getting started. Leave them alone. They will find their end. You do not have to interfere. But I will say, do not get invested in their arguments. They are just getting started. Also, I'm gonna just hop right into it because my mom already let me know that I was dragging him. But
you know what? You
but
can't keep
but I'm gonna give him some grace. I'm gonna give him some grace. He's growing, he's learning. Give the bishop a minute. He's figuring some things out. Also, Mama Star did some recon, and she let me know that what the girls are saying is actually not accurate. She said they lying on him. They lie. I said they lying on him, and she sent me. Mama Star sent me some tea. So right now, my only research department on this channel consists of my mama. that's my research department.
You are not right.
My mom. So she sent me some recon, and she said they lying on my boy because there is proof that he is about it. He is. He is for the sisters.
He's been promoting black women.
He's been promoting black women
from a young man.
Now, this is somebody who was this is somebody who posted this on TikTok and the TikTok comments because like all of us, after he gave Anaya that speech, we all ran. Well, I won't say we, but I will say me. Let me see if I can put myself up here with you guys.
Yeah.
No, they won't let me do it. Hold on. I'm gonna do it like this. But image? Can I use the image? Yeah, I'm gonna do this. But I ran to his Tiki because I wanted to see what was happening there. Because listen, I'm not saying that every black man that says he's attracted to a black woman is performative. I told y'all I'm from Philly. This is normal for me. But I do know, and I'm always very cautious, especially because of the success of Serena and Alandria and Janae. I'm just very cautious of men, no matter their race, who come on the show and immediately are just going overly hard for the black women or dark-skinned black women on the show. Here is why. Because I think everybody at this point knows being in the good graces of black women is very financially beneficial for you.
Period.
So I'm not saying they're doing this because dark-skinned black women can't get love. Not true. Again, I'm a living witness that is not true. However, I do know that black women support hard, right? And unfortunately, we also platform people who should not be platformed, but our support is, like I said before, very financially beneficial to people. So I just wanted to make sure he was practicing what he was preaching and not pandering, because some people were concerned about that as well. But I have to say, when I went to the TikTok, the likes and shares were giving real black to me. Real black, real familiar. He's obsessed with Michael Jackson. It looked like, again, y'all say he's Nigerian. I'm gonna just say black. Because I don't know, he's Nigerian, but he feels very African or black American to me. But
Nigerian is African.
Mom, African American.
Oh my
African. Oh my God.
What are you beefing with me for again tonight? Is it because my research is right?
Beatrice, I'm not beefing with you. You want to start something,
no,
and we just got into it. Like, come on. So his TikTok was looking real black. Was like real familiar. I didn't see, any like questionable post, and I looked all the way to the end. I didn't see any questionable posts or reposts. It was a lot of inspirational stuff. A lot of gym stuff and a lot of Michael Jackson. That's it. And that explains the tattoos, because that boy is absolutely obsessed with Michael Jackson. But I've seen this black woman shirt a few times. I'm not sure on his Instagram and things. I'm not sure if he's promoting a brand or, but I feel like even if he was promoting the brand, I don't think that he would just like wear this if this wasn't how he felt. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. But I'm a rock with him. I'm a rock with him until he gives me a reason to not. Listen, he's gonna stumble. He's gonna make some few mistakes, but I'm not gonna cut him off. What? I'm not gonna cut him off.
He's gonna stumble. Give that black man some grace, man.
He stumbled a bit this episode, no, and I'm gonna have to call it out. But I mean, I'm not gonna throw him away. I'm gonna stick with him. I'm gonna stick beside him. I'm gonna stick beside him, and I'm gonna still hold space till I can't hold it no more. Right now, my core four of the season have not given me a reason to not hold space. I will say I'm a little concerned with Melanie, but we will get into it. We will get into it. So right now, KC is good with me.
But he's in the doghouse with Anna.
He is. But that's the thing, KC. That's your own doing. But we will talk about it. Let's get into Kenzie and Corbin. Watching Kenzie and Corbin communicate is so hard to do. I mean, like, I know that they're very young, and I get it, but it's just like it feels so. It's like nothing is happening in the mind when they are talking. Like, even when they were having this conversation about kinky stuff, it's like that's all that they can talk about is like sex stuff. There's nothing really else for them to discuss because I don't think they have anything in common outside of sex. And that's all we hear them talking about. But even when they're talking about sex, it's always very I don't want to say inbred. I'm trying to, I don't want to say, what's it? Hold on. Let me see.
The problem is what I think happened is he picked her because he knew that was safe, and she was going to pick him because she wanted to stay into it. He was a bombshell.
Yeah, I don't think that they're anybody's type.
No,
but
she's already looking to move on.
Yeah, they both are. So well, I don't think it's going to be any love lost there. I don't think that they are each other's type, or I don't even think they're really attracted to each other. But I think that they will get physical just because. But I'm trying to find a word to discuss their conversation. So hold on a second. Synonyms for dumb.
Oh, annoying.
I didn't call them dumb. I'm just saying. Okay. No, these are mean. I don't want to say that. It's the conversation, like when these two are having a conversation, it's very daft, if you will. Just a bit empty, and it's also very concerning, but maybe it's just an age thing, right? Maybe it's just because they're just very young and this is just, they're still trying to form an identity, but it's just really tough watching these two have a conversation because I'm just like, there's no way that this is how you both communicate. I would love to see them in the classroom setting and see if this is actually how they communicate, or if they are both putting on an identity that they feel like would be attractive to the opposite gender. That could be another thing too, because she could be playing dumb, he could be playing dumb to to show each other that they can be caught. I don't know. But it's like the show focused on them so many times this episode. I was just like, why are you doing this to me? I'm already having a hard time understanding Corbin. No shade. Is English like his fifth language? Where's this accent from? It's always so hard for this boy to speak. And I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? I fast forward through their scenes. Like, I can't take it. I cannot take I can take Corbin and Kenzie talking to other people. Corbin and Kenzie talking together. Yeah, wrap that up. Moving on. But you know what? Listen, this little daft couple, they're not going to be together for a very long time. They are in it to win it. But I think this week or the next recoupling, I think is going to shake some things up. But I don't think it'll be a surprise that these two are not going to end up together. If their type stays, or if the people they're attracted to stays, I think that's where they are going to go. But only time will tell.
Somebody said Corbin's first language is lie.
I agree with you there. Ooh. Oh, suck it now. Moving on. So let's talk about Casey and Anaya. Since y'all want to hate. Let's talk about Bishop and First Lady. So in this episode, I think for the pace of this show, of what Love Island is, I think people think that Casey and I are not attracted to each other. But I speak for all church kids when I say this is a very normal pace. This is a very normal pace. I feel like if they were coupled up with someone who wasn't like, Vacation Bible School kid, I think the pace will be a bit different. But when a church kid and another church kid link up, it gets very like PG-13, and then you backslide, and then it gets PG-13 again, and then you backslide and repent and fast, and then you get back together. It's that cycle, right? So I feel like this is where we're at. So this is fine for me. This is a fine normal pace for me, but I don't think their pace works on this show. So people are just like, oh my God, they don't like each other, and I'm just like, you've never met a Kojic black couple. These two are it. These two are it. If they can survive the temptation of the adversary, we will see them at the end. But I can understand people being like, these two don't like each other, because their pace is normal for like a black church world. It is not normal for Love Island, and their apprehensiveness as well, because if these two are church kids, the parents are watching and they know, right? They're not going to do too much. And I also just think it's just like a black thing where like the kids are going to do too much. Like even when last season when the parents arrived and Nick, mom was talking to him, she's like, Nicholas, and he was like, yeah, it's behind me. He was comfortable having sex on camera. Landry was just like, oh, I'm not doing all that. My mama watch it. Like, you know what I mean? I just think it's like a black thing. So I feel like these two are going at a Vacation Bible School pace. But I also think they're not going to do too much because, the family's watching. And especially KC, he has what? 1.2 million family members. He's I don't know where he is in the 17 kids. Is he the oldest? We don't know where he lies. So I think these two are going to hold themselves in a certain way that I think we've seen all of the black people on this show hold themselves, because I just think culturally, they're not fitting to embarrass their parents, except for Trinity. I don't know what kind of environment that black girl was raised in, but absolutely not. But I will say, if they're still at this pace by week 3, then I'll be concerned. Then I'll be like, okay, what's going on? Are we just besties? I'm not saying that they need to have sex on camera, but we are going to expect some passion. At least the church kids are going to expect some passion by at least week 3. And these two were sitting down having a conversation, and they were talking about like where they're at. And Casey was just like, well, it'll take a lot to turn my head. What me and you have is really tight. I like where it's going. Like, I want us to remain together. And I was like, what if a bombshell comes on? He's just like, it'll take a lot. I'm not kidding. It'll take a lot. And when I watched him have that conversation, I knew he was going to act a fool with them bombshells. I hope my boy survives Casa.
But he did not act the fool. The bombshells came to him.
Yes, but we'll get into it because me and Mama kind of defer. I feel like Casey is her Nick of the season. I feel like Casey is her Nick of the season. Anyway, moving on. What y'all read on Anaya with the pillow every time Casey compliments her, like hides her face? It's Casey. Oh, Casey. What is that? Because after she did that, they hugged, and I'm like, Casey and Anaya. I'm not trying to get y'all to backslide, but I just, if y'all want us to, if y'all, I'm a vote. No, I'm not. I'm not voting. But if you want people to like vote for y'all, let's pick it up just a tinge. I don't want to pressure, but just a tinge, because it's still giving very, I don't know. I don't want to force the babies to do something that they don't feel comfortable doing, because everybody is moving so fast. But we need a little bit more action. It's a lot of talk. We need a little bit more action, and not the side hugs. Y'all do a lot of side hugging. But again, this is a normal pace, but it's just not a normal pace for Love Island. So only time will tell, but I am forever holding space for these two. So, let's just give them time. Beatrice. So Beatrice was sitting with Gabe, and she was talking about the recoupling the night before, and she started comparing her and Gabe to the other couples. And she was just like, Casey was so happy to see Anaya, and Bryce ran over to Trinity, but with us, it's just like, I don't see us like being like them. And when she said that, I said, okay. Familiar. And then she said she felt like her and Gabe don't have the same passion as the other couples. And Gabe is just like, we do, we're fine, like we're moving at a right pace. But you can tell that Beatrice was getting insecure about where her and Gabe are at this point in the process. And I'm a little bit shocked by this behavior from her, because she often goes from, like just the last episode, she's talking about, I'm not chasing no man. The only thing I chase is medals. But then you're sitting over here, sitting next to Gabe, questioning his attraction to you and questioning the passion that you have in your relationship because you're judging it next to others. So I think she teeters back and forth between hella secure and hella insecure. And I don't know which one is the representative or which one is the real her. So I feel like she probably plays very strong, but is absolutely not as strong as she puts on in spaces where she has to be desired. I think she is very confident in her athleticism. But I think in spaces where she has to be desired by men, she's a little insecure, and it's starting to show up heavily in this episode. And I feel like throughout the week, especially as Gabe explores the other bombshells, I think we're going to see something a little different from Miss Beatrice. Moving on.
No, not so fast.
Okay.
Beatrice is showing insecurity, and it's because of her disability. And
with Gabe?
Period. Because she's trying to lock in a love because she don't want a bombshell to take him, and then who is going to want her? You know what I mean? Like, she trying to lock down Gabe, but Gabe is going to test the waters.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it breaks my heart to see her like that, but she, she's trying to lock him down, but the name of the game is, see if you can lock it down. You know what I mean? You see if your relationship is staying the test of time. But Gabe is going. He's not staying with Beatrice. Y'all can take that to the bank. He's going to explore other people.
Okay.
And so I don't know about this bombshell, this guy that came in, because he's 21.
Caleb?
Yeah, the new bombshell. He's 21. Mm-hmm. Corbin is 22. All of them is 50.
I do think it's so weird that the age differences. I am someone who believes that Love Island should be like 25 plus. I feel some people are just far too young to make this experience enjoyable.
Yes. These people are kids. These two boys is not, they're playing. Yeah. They're not coming in to find
They're not
love.
coming in for love. Yeah, they're coming in for fun. Yeah.
They're coming in for life.
Mm-hmm.
And subscribers for their social media.
Yeah.
I'm saying, who is picking them? But it ain't nobody to come on. Because I am pissed at the, they don't have no choice. You know what I mean? The boys got a choice. They don't have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing is going to be the boys is going to choose who they want to take up.
Yeah, and I feel like that is when we're going to see a very different side of her. And I think that is when we're going to see a bit more of her insecurities. I'm not sure if it's because of her disability, because I don't think that she was raised to. I know she told us she was not raised to be different. She was raised to see herself as different. She was raised to see herself as probably stronger than everyone else, which is why she probably comes in so hot and heavy, is because she was raised to, in a sense, feel superior to others.
I don't agree, but I'll let you go ahead.
Of course, you don't agree.
The father taught her that because he said, "Don't cry unless you hurt yourself. Like, don't let
toughen it up. Like, you're not like everybody else. You're special. You're better." I don't think that was a bad thing. I think that he was trying to instill in his young daughter a strength that she was going to need to endure the ignorance of.
Do you remember Devin Still?
No.
The little girl, her father played for the NFL, and she had cancer.
Yes.
And he stopped playing.
Yeah.
Okay. Her father taught her that this isn't the end of the world too.
Mm-hmm.
She's a pretty little girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She's cancer free and this and that and that and this. Her father taught her, and he just toughened her up she's not a boy. She's a girl. And he just toughened her. Be strong. Be tough.
Yeah, I think it's happened with Beatrice. But I think that's what happened with Beatrice.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that Beatrice's father, the toughen up.
Mm-hmm.
But she's a girl.
Yeah.
And she's feeling the insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she coupled up with this guy, and now these bombshells came in.
Yeah.
With 29 legs.
Mm-hmm.
They got legs for that. You know what I mean? And they a little cute. Women know women.
Yeah.
And she said, Lord, I'm going to have to beat a couple of these girls up over
there. I feel like that recoupling when the men get to choose. Woo, that's going to be a hot episode, child. I will also say this about Beatrice, right? Because there have been a lot of older Love Island watchers who felt some sort of way about the plumbing not working for a 52-year-old. I didn't even catch it until I got on Threads and everybody was talking about it. I was like, "Ooh, stepped on some toes, my dear."
Not working for the.
Yes, because Gabe mentioned that in that little sex game that they were playing, sex secrets game they were playing, he mentioned that he had slept with somebody who was 52 years old. And Beatrice goes, "Oh, is the plumbing still working?" I did not catch that, but everybody else did. And her and Gabe were sitting in there talking after, he not really reassures her that they're in a good space, because I also don't believe that Gabriel is really into her. I think he's doing the same thing. Yeah, I think he's playing a game. And that is the thing about the bombshells that a lot of people fail to realize, is that the bombshells really come in playing a game. And for some reason, the main cast focus on love. The bombshells focus on that coin.
Yeah.
They never lose sight of what this game is about. But for some reason, the main cast just gets so clouded by partnering up and finding love, while the bombshells are getting that coin, which is why I was not mad at Brian last season, because I was just like, that's what he came in to do. That's what everybody should have came in to do, is to get the bag. Now, him misleading Amaya wasn't a good thing, but I'm just like, why isn't everybody going after the money? Like, you guys are 10 years old. You are not going to find your forever partner on the show. It's not like Love Island was, at least Love Island USA was back in the day, when, a lot of the people on the show was long in a tooth. I remember, I think like the oldest person was like 31, but everybody was pretty much close to that person's age. So I think it was like 20, 28, 31. Like that was back in the day with Love Island USA. But now they're skewing a lot younger. So I'm just like, why are you 22 talking about love? What?
But they're not talking about love.
No, but I feel like that's how the main cast is. But the bombshells come in and they're like, we're going after the money. And that's what they do. Yeah. So I feel like Beatrice is getting very caught up in a guy that is absolutely there for a check. And I think when this doesn't work out, it's going to be hell in that villa. Because I think we're going to see a side of this lady that, Lord, a woman scorned. So I absolutely get it. But anyway, then they start talking about their relationships. And she's like, oh, I've only been in 2 relationships. And she was like, one of the relationships I was in, the guy was older than me. And Gabe was like, oh, like, but how much older? She's like, a lot. He was like, how much is a lot? She was like, 20 years. Beatrice is 25 years old. So I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, where's her father?
No, wait a minute. You talking about
him?
You talking about a 52-year-old's plumbing when you were hopping up and down on a 45-year-old's dingling? That thing ain't working either. I'm just saying. After 35, you gotta wake that dingling up. So you over here talking about a 52-year-old's womb, and you jumping on a damn near 50-year-old's dingling. So what's up? I thought that was so odd. But when I put it into perspective, she needed to find a way to cut down that 52-year-old because she was jealous. Like, he's not even dating the woman. Like, he said it was a pump and dump, but she felt some sort of way. So like any girl that would come into contact or like that he would talk about, she had to one up her. So the one up on the 52-year-old was, well, I don't know if her plumbing's working, but my 25-year-old snatch is working perfectly fine. And I don't want to go back, but that's what I think was going on when she had an issue with Melanie. It wasn't about Melanie. It wasn't about Kenzie. It was about her, because she needs to keep Kenzie distracted because she don't want Gabe's head twisted any which way but towards her, which is why I think these new bombshells and Kenzie are going to be a problem for her. I think her and Kenzie are cool now, but I was very nervous watching that paint challenge today, because I was just like, Beatrice, if she finds out that Kenzie's paint is all in a place where it shouldn't be, my God, today. Security. So when she was talking about her partner, I was like, oh, So a 52-year-old's plumbing isn't working. The 46-year-old dingaling is. Okay. Okay. You were jealous, girl. You really like him. And I wish you wouldn't. I wish you wouldn't. He's not there for love. He is not there for love. Everybody's so focused on Melanie and Sincere. Y'all need to. Oh, it's another Latino couple. My God, today. Oh, is that Latino? You need to be focused on Beatrice and Gabriel. So also with Beatrice, after she's talking about the ladies, after she's talking about the guy that she was with, the older guy, and then Gabe talks about that he was with somebody older too. And she's like, huh? He was like, well, the 52-year-old, that's up. And she's like, oh, right. I'm starting to notice something, right? So I'm taking notes. I'm not coming to a conclusion yet, but I'm taking notes. To compare. She's comparing her relationship with Gabe to the other girls, especially Anaya and Trinity. Okay. She's jealous of women that she hasn't met, who he has interacted with. Okay. And she tried to villainize Melanie and it kind of backfired. Okay. So, I'm not making a conclusion yet. But I'm like, starting to look a little familiar, but I'm not going to put it on her because I feel like she's a sweet girl. So I'm going to hold off. We still got a lot of episodes to get through, so I'm going to hold off. I'm starting to see some things. Because y'all tried to say it was Melanie. Anyway, real talk, I hope that I'm wrong, because what I'm seeing, right? I hope that I'm wrong, because I really do. Like, Beatrice was the first person in the villa that I really was just like resonated with, and I really, really liked her. So I'm hoping. I'm hoping that it's just, a few similarities, but it's not the whole package. We will see. I got to do we got a couple more episodes to see if my research is correct, but we will see. We will see, because all roads are leading to. We will see. You know what's so funny? Where is a little sacred? So Sincere was the first person to say that he wanted to explore. Ever since he told Melody that he wanted to explore, he has not explored yet. He pulled Kata Kaida for that chat, and that was it. He ain't chatted with no one else since. And I think it's because he's really starting to fall for Melanie, because he was talking to Anaya, the Love Island therapist. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to let Lil Mama rock and be the girl's girl who gives the best advice, because I feel like that's a good way to skate to the end. You're not on anybody's radar, and everybody likes you there because you're a positive vibe, right? So I'm gonna let her do what she's doing, because I feel like if there's not too much focus on her, we gonna get them to the top 4. So I'm like, you know what? Give more advice. Be kind. Uplift another white person on the show. Do what you got to do, because we may see you at the end, and then that's where we throw in our support. But let's see. So he's sitting and talking to Anaya, and, she's always giving him advice on what to do. And he's still kind of very insecure about their relationship and, where they're at. But it's just like, it's so funny to see how much he has changed when he is Mr. Explorer. And now you're talking to Anaya about how you are really starting to fall for Melanie. And then he's even just like, I was talking to my guys, and they were just like, you shouldn't like a girl more than she likes you, because, you're going to get played. He was just like, I I don't know, I'm like falling for the girl. And I'm like, you wanted to explore. I feel like him and Melanie would have been in the same place had he not told her that. Because the minute he told her that, Melanie interpreted that, him wanting to explore, as rejection, not as, oh, this is what I signed up for. There's always going to be one or two people on Love Island who sign up for the show and all of a sudden forget what the show is about. I still don't understand why Melanie was so upset with Sincere for saying that he wanted to explore when they had known each other for not even 48 hours. I thought it was a little odd, but again, the Latino couples is they got a whole different kind of, what is odd to me, might be very normal for them. But I just think it's so cute how he was Mr. Explore and now he's falling for Melanie. Get ready. Get ready. They're going to flip this villa upside. These two are going to flip that villa up. It's going to be such a good ride. Please don't be a hater and try to vote them out. Please. Please. Because if you do that, what is it? Anti-Latino? Do y'all have a saying? Stop Latino hate. It's anti-Latino because this is their culture. And y'all, and just because you don't understand how these people communicate does not mean that you get to vote them off the show. Don't be anti-Afro and anti-Latino. Let these two rock. Learn a different culture. Be a good American and let them rock out how they culturally rock out. Oh, they're going to give us a show. My God, today. The ratings. I think the Love Island producers are not going to let you touch them. And good. And good. Let them rock out. But I do. I think that it's so cute that he's falling for her after he told her that he wanted to explore. She said, okay, I'm going to explore. Melanie is doing her big one. I think she's doing a bit too much, in my opinion. I'm like, girl, pull back. Pull back. We don't. All right. Let him know. Show him what he's missing. But don't lose your mind, sister. Let's get some sense. Let's get some sense. This is a Jersey man. This ain't a Philly man where you can play all them games. It's a Jersey, but they're a little bit more sensitive. Huh. Let's use some wisdom. Let's use some wisdom. But Mr. Explorer is catching feelings. Day 5. All right. So speaking of pace, where are they? Bishop and First Lady. Again, I don't care how people feel about this. But because I go up, every time KC sits down with Anaya, he is affirming her. He is constantly affirming her and telling her how much like he enjoys her for her. And I just really love it. I also think, and listen, I don't know this young lady, I could be wrong, but I also think that Anaya grew up in an area where there weren't a lot of people that look like her. And so I think and this just hit me while I'm talking about it. I think that when KC affirms her, especially her melanin, right? Especially her being a Black woman, I think it kind of makes her uncomfortable because I don't think she's used to that. I think she may be used to being overlooked or rejected for that. Now, I'm not saying that she don't get guys, but I do think that if she grew up in a place, let's just pull the Band-Aid off. If she grew up in a white community and went to white schools, I think she experienced colorism from the Black boys that were at that school and pure racism from the white guys, and non-Black boys at her school or within her neighborhood, and probably was affirmed by the scraps. Not a guy that you really want, but you're a teenager. Hold on, girl. You're a teenager and you have hormones. So I think, you take what you can get, but I'm not saying that she's like, she's not, a baddie that, doesn't get chosen. I'm saying, I think in the environment that she probably has grown up in, where she doesn't see a lot of people like herself, where she's not used to being affirmed from the Black boys in the neighborhood or at the school. I think when KC does affirm her, it's a little uncomfortable because one, she probably might not be used to it, and two, she probably doesn't necessarily trust it. What were you going to say, Mama Star?
I beg to differ because she said that she was the popular girl. She went with the head of the guy on the football team in high school. She went to college and she had a crush and all of that. So she was pretty she had a pretty fruitful dating life.
No, she hasn't. She only dated 2 people, Mom.
Yeah, but she said that she went with the guy was the hot boy on the football team. And I think that relationship took her to college. So she's okay.
I'm just saying, that's like one guy. I'm saying a lot of these Black girls, their first bullies are Black boys.
Y'all.
No, we're not going to do that. That boy mom trauma. Oftentimes, young Black boys, especially in environments where it is not a lot of Black people, young Black boys torment those young Black girls to the point where when they get of a certain age, they don't even associate with them and they don't even trust them because they know that if they are even coming over to approach them, it is not because they believe, because of their history, that even if they are approaching them, it is not for interest, it is to traumatize and harm. So I'm thinking that's probably why there is so much apprehension with KC, because she said that she dated the top guy, the jock at the school. She ain't say that he was Black.
On the football team. Well, you're right about that.
She ain't say that. She didn't say, oh, me and Marcus was in game. She could have said me and Connor. So, because every time he compliments her, she's like, oh, KC, questioning if he really means that. And I'm just like, to a Black girl that dates Black guys, you wouldn't go, oh my God, really? You would be like,
that's how I am.
That's right, as you should be. Mom, you are not like that.
Like, oh my God, okay, babe, and all that. That's
no, Mom, you are not like that. You are very rough with the men.
I'm not.
Oh, girl, you are very rough with the men. No, you are very upfront.
I'm like a 9.
No, you're not. You are You are very little Kim. You are very little Kim. A man would try to approach my mom and she'd be like, if you ain't talking money, I don't want to talk. Okay? So, girl, I don't know what this new personality is for the Star family, but please, no. I feel like, and I could be wrong, I'm just observing, but, as a dark chocolate queen that stays getting the men's, especially the men's of a darker complexion, if a Black man would talk to me like that, I'd be like, I know that's right.
I'm very little Kim.
Very little Kim. I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back with the jump off. That's her.
In the club, jump off.
That's her birthday song intro. You know what I mean? Come on, Black girls, talk to me. We would eat that up. You know what I mean? Yes, that's right. It's nice to see that your eyes is working, boy. She's like, KZ. I'm like, are you not used to this from them? That could be it, y'all. That could be it. Let me move on. But I also want to talk about how they were making plans. Are they the only ones making plans after Love Island? That's the thing. Y'all are talking about the pace of these two, that this is like, oh, what's going to happen with them? They're acting like they don't like each other. They're acting like they're friends. Let me tell you about them church kids. They will act like bosom buddies and then come up engaged at convocation. So these two talking about seeing each other and going to meet each other's families. I'm just like, let's slow it down. In Jesus' name, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Let's let a couple bombshells come in. Let's survive Casa before we talk about going to each other's hometowns and making plans. Let's stop giving each other hope unless we know this is really, really it. Because Casey is locked in. Anaya is not so sure. So we will see. But I'm just like, whoo, slow down. Church kids, they move faster than lesbians.
Wow.
Anyway, let's get into Corbin and Kenty. I can't. I just can't. They're both like, I'm in the kinky stuff. The handcuffs. I can't wait to do that. And she's like, oh, kinky. Nikki.Star. I don't understand it. I don't know what it is, but it's just like, oh God, am I old? Maybe that's what it is. I'm an auntie, so maybe I don't get it. Maybe I don't get it. You know, maybe this is like the 6-7 stuff. Maybe that's what it is, but I can't, like, I didn't talk like that. Millennials, did we talk like that? I do not remember talking like that to impress a guy. And you know what? I did exaggerate a North Philly accent, like from like 17 to like 19. Maybe that's it. Okay. I get it. Because I was really like, okay. That's what it is. Okay, I understand. Thank you, Lord, for walking me through that. I get it now. Let's move on to the challenge. So we are now having the blindfold challenge. And in this challenge, there's a really big bed. Trinity gets excited because she says, oh my God, I thought we were doing an orgy. What's going on in Virginia?
Okay, Trinity is just
overly freaked out. She fresh on this planet. And she was just like, I thought we were doing an orgy. On national TV, you and your mom got to be like 12 years apart. You are too chill. Like, you are just, this is very foreign behavior for especially like a Black girl. Oh, she's the baby of the family. I keep on forgetting that. Okay, this makes sense. Let's move on. So there's this really big bed and the guys are going to be blindfolded. The girls are going to get paint and they are going to, touch the bodies of the guys. And they are going to use their hands or whatever to discover or figure out who their guy is. And if they find their guy, they have to handcuff themselves to their guy. So I can't wait to upgrade my phone. I'm in the slums. Before we get into it, now, I'm not featuring Ariana. I felt like she could have did something to protect Shelly and Alandria. I'm going to hold that. But I will say this. That pink rhinestone feather ensemble, 8 down. I said, oh, that's cute. I need it in a triple H. It was so nice. And I love the way it flowed. I said, ooh.
Oh, she knows she was in that.
Oh, she was in that. She knows she was in that. The way that thing flowed. Mm-hmm. Fashion Nova, I'm going to need you to do a knockoff immediately. But anyway, so the first person to go in this challenge is Trinity. She goes and, she gets overly excited. Ariana is watching her like, because Trinity is just rubbing down on everybody, sucking everybody's face. Like, it takes a lot to like shock Ariana, but my God, today, yes. Trinity got her.
Yeah,
but
Ariana was like, wow.
Yeah, she was like, oh, like, oh, she was doing a bit too much. But I will say, when she got the Bryce and she was touching him and making out with him, she was just like, do I have to go on? And Ariana was just like, no, you don't. She's like, okay, this is him. And she locks herself with him. Are these two falling for each other? Because I feel like Bryce, when it's a recoupling, I don't think that he's going to choose her. Now, if he chooses her, I'm going to be gagged. Because this is such an odd couple. I will say this, though. If these two end up working, they got to move to New York City because that's where those couples thrive. You will always see, in New York City especially, you will always see an interracial couple, especially a Black woman and a white man, that don't make no sense. You're always like, how the hell did you two meet? How did this relationship come together. But they be in love, be having all them, biracial Kunta Kinte kids, and just be deep in Harlem. So if they end up making it, New York is where y'all should go because y'all will thrive there. That your community is
from
there.
The country from Virginia. She don't need to go to no damn New York.
Bryce,
too much for her.
Bryce and his Tims is not coming to overly freaked out small Virginia town where she's at.
From? She needs to go with here.
He's in LA. Bryce is in LA, but I feel like there's a community of interracial couples like that in New York City, and I think that they will feel comfortable there.
In LA too.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
There are not interracial couples like them in LA, Mom. How would you know?
Because I'm interracial.
Okay. Thank you, Lovin' versus Virginia. So anyway, Melanie goes.
She's too much.
I gotta bring my girl up. Melanie did entirely too much. So Melanie goes and she's kissing, because mind you, the guys are not blindfolded, so they can see the girls doing all this stuff. So Melanie goes, she's not blindfolded. So they all have to like touch their bodies and figure out what it is. All you got to do is touch Sincere's hair to know that that's him. So Melanie's kissing on Sincere and he's grabbing her behind, right? So if this, that this is him. He's grabbing her behind and they're kissing and she touches his hair. And I'm like, oh, okay, so she's going to handcuff herself. She keeps going. And Sincere's like, okay. She keeps going and she starts kissing Corbin. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then she's like, wait a minute, let me see. And then she goes back and she kisses Sincere. And she's like, not sure. And then she goes back and she kisses Corbin. And I'm like, Melanie. Oh, girl, you on your own. You on your own. And then she goes back and kisses Sincere. And then she goes back and kisses Corbin again. And then we get Corbin in a confessional. And he's like, there's no way that she don't know that I'm not sincere. Did she touch his hair, bro? Like, so if Corbin left behind Corbin knows what she's doing, of course Sincere knows exactly what she's doing. And Melanie, you couldn't even like hide it in your face. You're over here like cheesing while you're sucking Corbin's tongue. And then she gets back over to Sincere and kisses him. It's like, oh, this is him. And handcuffs herself to Corbin. And Corbin don't find nothing funny. And I'm like, oh God, they're going to give us a show. They're going to give us a show. But sister, I can't rock with you with that one, right? I'm gonna let you handle this one on your own, and what comes out of this is on you.
And
because
her and Trinity kiss.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, she didn't know it was Trinity.
She did know. She said, "Ooh, a girl."
Oh, okay.
Oh Lord. So, yeah, Melanie, you're gonna be on your own with this one. It's just like it was very obvious that you knew what you were doing. And so listen, yes, Sincere said explore. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. And you guys just set boundaries for the relationship. You are crossing those boundaries and embarrassing him and disrespecting him. Don't set boundaries if you're going to break them. And then you can't get mad when he starts matching your energy. Ratings gold. Ratings gold. Then Kenzie goes, she's doing the same thing. She's kissing on everybody and sucking on everybody. While she's kissing a guy, a new bombshell enters. And the new bombshell is Soleil, also known as Kata Kaida. She enters. Oh, wait a minute. Let me do this so you guys can still see my face, because y'all get mad when I do that, child. At least the replay game. Just like, oh, we can't see your face. I'm like, oh, thank you. I'll show my face more. Sorry. So Soleil, also known as Kata Kaida, she now enters the villa. And let me tell you, this young lady had an entrance because them boys couldn't get themselves together. Zach almost teleported. The way he was so excited to see her and the way little mama walked in there, she said shade into that villa, got her paint. So while Kenzie is making out with the guys, Soleil is doing the same thing. They're neck and neck. She's right next to Kenzie while Kenzie is making out with the guys. And as Kenzie moves on to another guy, here Soleil comes. The guys were so enamored with Soleil, or I'm calling her Soleil, Genuine's baby mama, ex-wife. So they're so elated with Soul that like they cannot focus on Kenzie. Like Bryce couldn't wait to get Kenzie off of him because he is waiting for Soul to come and straddle him. They were losing their mind. So she took her paint, and I feel like she put the paint on the guys that she actually wants to explore. And the guys that she put paint on were Casey, Sincere, and Corbin. Little Mama came to shake the villa up, and that's exactly what she's going to do. So Kenzie is able to pick Corbin, and while she attaches herself to him, Soul takes off and leaves. Then who else goes? Kenzie goes, then Beatrice goes. Beatrice went really, really quickly. She went really, really quickly because she, I think she kissed KC. And then after kissing KC, I think she kissed Gabe right away. And was just like, oh no, this is him. And she locked in, right? But while Kata, she then goes, Kata Kaida, she then goes, and while she's going, we get another bombshell. And this bombshell is Jen. And let me tell you something. Jen did not come to play. Miss Jen is bombshelling. Let me take Miss Kata Kaida down and bring up Miss Jen. Oh, there she is. Miss Jen walked in with her boots. She said, these boots aren't made for walking. They're made for straddling. Okay. She cocked them legs open and sent them men to glory. Casey, with his eyes was rolling in the back of his head. She got them all together. She didn't hold anything back. Every guy, she went after it. And I said, well, listen, I said, well, she's bombshelling. She had that tongue and that paint all over them men. But she everywhere. But she's a bombshell, and that's what she came to do. And she is absolutely bombshelling. So then after Kata goes, because Jen is right next to her making out with the guys. Kata, she finally finds Zach. And I think what was funny about Kata not being able to find Kata Kaida, not being able to find Zach, is because she kept on missing him because Zach shaves. So his legs were so smooth, and she kept on thinking that she was touching one of the girls, but it was actually Zach. Eventually, she was able to find him and handcuff herself to him. So then the blindfolds are off. Ariana is talking to everyone about the challenge. And my girl, Melanie, that girl don't miss a beat. While Ariana is talking, Melanie is looking at all the guys. And then she's looking at all the girls. And Melanie goes, who's red? Mm-hmm. And the guys go, Casey.
Yeah, Casey could have glued his mouth together.
And Melanie was just like, who has red? And Zach goes, should we tell him? They're like, what? And Kata goes, a bombshell. And Ariana was just like, welcome the new bombshells. And Jen and Soul, they walk out. I will say, I was a little surprised that my girl Kata Kaida was like mad. Like her face was twisted when she saw the bombshells. I'm just like, weren't you just the bombshell like yesterday? Like, what is going on? But the bombshells come out, and the guys are, acting all excited or whatever, and the girls are disappointed by their being a bombshell. And when the bombshells are there, she's introducing them. Ariana goes, so hey guys, so now the bombshells are here. How is everybody feeling? KC goes, I'm feeling blessed to be with my girl. And I was like, KC. He was like, what? She was like, that wasn't funny. And KC was like, oh, why would you say that? Like, here's the thing. Bishop, let's talk. The girls just, not even the girls, Anaya just finds out because of Melanie, observant Melanie, who said, what's this red, right? And you got red all over you. And you're sitting over here at first lying, saying, oh, you the paint was mixing together to form red. That's the first thing that you said, right? When Melanie pointed out the red. Then the bombshells are introduced, and Ariana asks you how you're feeling, and you say, blessed, ... to be with my girl. Bad timing, because none of the girls was feeling the bombshells. None of them thought that any of this was sweet, cute, or funny. So I don't know, as good as you are for reading the room, I didn't know how you didn't read that. Anaya didn't think that nothing about that was funny. Read the room, baby. Read the room, especially when you were kissing on them, when the bombshells were kissing on you and you were rolling your eyes in the back of your head. Walk lightly, brother. Walk lightly. So now Casey and Anaya is a little tight. It's a little uncomfortable because she didn't think that his little joke about blessed to be with his girl was funny. Well, bad timing. Bad timing.
Blessed, but when he noticed that, he said, to be with my girl. He was not going to say that.
Yeah.
He added that.
When he looked at her and he saw that she wasn't laughing.
Yeah, she didn't see nothing funny.
Read the room. So after Casey made it awkward, Ariana was just like, well, don't worry, ladies. I have not left you out there. Please welcome Caleb. And here's the thing. I am not going to let you guys remove Melanie. We need that unhinged Dominican princess from North Philly to turn this villa up, because when Caleb is announced, Melanie goes berserk. Like in front of Sincere. She's jumping up and down, smashing the pillow. She's so excited that they're getting a new bombshell. And Sincere is like, looking at her like, what you on? What you on? So Caleb comes out. He's a countryman. And while Melanie is going crazy, all the other girls get excited for Kenzie. They get excited because that's what Kenzie's been saying, right? Kenzie has been talking the whole time about how she wants a cowboy, how she wants a Southern man. And Caleb was actually really attractive. So Caleb comes out, and, the girls are giddy. The guys are disappointed, especially Bryce, because he's like, another white guy, I got competition. So Ariana lets Caleb know that he has the opportunity to kiss all of the girls. So Caleb is like kissing the girl. The way him and Melanie was kissing, I was like, Melanie, Sincere's going to have a problem. And that's okay. That you cannot get mad at him because you're doing too much, Melanie. You are doing too much. So him and Melanie is going after it. And then Sincere goes, that's enough, cowboy. And Caleb moves on. And he's making out with everybody. But then it gets to him and Anaya. And I'm like, well, okay, Caleb, let's move on. Because him and Anaya had a little bit of time in that makeout session. I do want to say this, though. Excuse me, Caleb. When Caleb moved to get over the bed, did y'all see Gabe? Gabriel was just like, well, I thought I was next. He's like, I thought he was coming to me. Everybody bust out laughing. I said, okay, this island is a little too much for me. He was like, I thought I was next. What? So now all the bombshells are here and presented. Everybody's happy. The boys got, 2 bombshells to play with. The the girls and Gabe got Caleb to play with. So we are going to see how this all works out. I will say, I think that Corbin is just going to have a problem. I don't think that Caleb is going to go after Trinity. I think he's going to go after Kenzie and maybe Anaya. That took me for a spin. I said, well, what are we are here for a very long time. I was like, well, all right. The South will rise, child. Because he was taking her to town. In case you was just like, oh, I'm like looking at this. Okay. That might, them Southern people, they love that kind of stuff. That Anaya might be Caleb's type, and Caleb might be Anaya's type. We don't know. We don't know these people. We do not know these people. So I feel like if anybody should be worried, it should be Corbin and it should be KC. Because that's where I feel like Caleb spent the most time, but only time will tell. I think that Corbin is probably going to go for Soul, because I think he's attracted to, a Soul and a Kata. But Kata, she's just clocked him far too soon, and he know not to play with her. He might try to see if he can play with Soul, but Soul said she likes Corbin, but she also said that she liked KC, and she said that she also likes Sincere. So I think that Soul, although Kata was not happy for her presence, I think that she will be safe with Soul, because I don't think that Soul wants Zach. She's going after the black and biracials. So Anaya and Melanie should be worried. Also with Jen, I think that Jen might go off the KC. I think that Jen probably will go off the KC and Zach and maybe Bryce. So I feel like everybody on this cast, at the main cast, they're on notice, because I think they all have an opportunity of getting their partner took. But I think the guys pick next time. The men always let us down. So we will see. Those are all of my thoughts. What do you guys think? Let's get right into it. Let's get into it. Oh, we got some super chats. I'm going to start off with Butter Biscuits. Thank you for being here. You turned my live upside down last night. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the super chat. Cha-ching. Butter Biscuit said producers did their research on KC. That's all I'm going to say. Only time will tell. Only time will tell, Butter Biscuits. Butter Biscuits, thank you for another super chat. Cha-ching. Butter Biscuit says, Nikki KC body was in red. I told you his type. Only time will. I am still holding space. Because, listen, Anaya did ask him about, who does he date? He was like, oh, I date all around. I said, no, wait a minute. Melanin King. I thought you liked melanin. But you like melanin and everything else? Come on, KC. I'm going to hold space until you force me to not to. And
well, it's apparent that he just likes women.
Was it?
Melanin or
well, he's from Fresno.
Vanilla or whatever. He likes them.
He's from Fresno, so only time will tell. But thank you again, Butter Biscuits, for the super chat. Cha-ching. Mwah. Love you. Oh, Lord. Let's get into it. I want to get some older comments, and then I'm just going to jump back and forth. Give me a second. There's like a lot of comments in here. I'm going to try to get through everyone as much as I can Oof, whoa, still scrolling. I want to start here. Hey, Neglected. Neglected said, hey, y'all, I'm sorry. And you can throw your tomatoes at me. I saw more passion in the short kisses that KC and Soul had that I've ever seen with Anaya. Listen, I can agree with you there. Hey, Toya Star. Toya Star is here. Thank you for being here, Toya Star. Pepe said, I think they'll be okay, but he better tread lightly or he will be hated more than 3D. I absolutely agree. I know this is about KC, and that's what I'm concerned about. Because you can't give that speech about black women and black women being a blueprint and then pick something that's not the blueprint. If that's not what you do, then don't say that because you're going to set yourself up for failure. I knew who you meant. Three dreads. I knew who you meant. BC said, y'all, Melanie is doing way too much. I absolutely agree. Zora said, hey, Nikki and Star fam, can we talk about Anaya, her beauty and her body? She's a gorgeous young lady. Very, very beautiful. Spency said, hey, Nikki and Star fam, Maggie Kinsey finally got her white man. And she was like, that is my type. That is my type. We know. But are you Caleb's type? What if Caleb come in here and flip the whole script? I am worried for Trinity. Melanie is so messy. If I vote, I am voting for KC and Naya. I'm a little bit worried for Trinity too, because I think she's starting to really like Bryce, and I just don't think he's that into her. Janelle said Melanie seems jolly AF and it's coming off wrong to everyone. Anaya and Melanie got the finest men in the villa since my Bouchon left. They need to recognize they absolutely do. But listen, this is why I'm gonna give them grace. We are still in the explore phase. So I'm gonna let the babies explore, but they gotta lock in at some point. BC Nick said Melanie going back and forth between Corbin and Sincere was odd. She knew exactly what she was doing. Yeah, and Sincere knew. That's why he was looking at her like this the whole time. Sincere knew. He knew she was playing with him. And that's not fair. That is unfair. He has not only told you, but proven to you that he is interested in you and wants to be in this coupling. And y'all set boundaries on how you were going to explore. You're doing too much, Melanie. Sasha said, hey, Nikki and Star fam. Hey, Sasha. Sasha said, Melanie was messy tonight. Uber messy. Pepe said, Melanie gonna mess around and lose her man. She sure is. She sure is. Neglected said, this episode was messy, literally and figuratively. Everyone was pissed. Yasmin said, I'm not mad at Melanie being messy with the guys. Here's the thing. The only reason I'm not mad at it, but I'm just like disappointed because you were upset when he told you that you wanted to explore, right? You acted a fool. He got the message. Y'all sat down the day before and confirmed what your relationship was going to be and set boundaries, and you couldn't wait to break them. Girl, you're not helping yourself. BY said, hi, Nikki, you look beautiful today. Today? I'm kidding. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Give me a minute. Ooh. Didn't know I did all that. Try to blend this in. This may not blend in. I might be giving white chicks for like 10 minutes because I have oily skin, so it'll fix itself. But child, I didn't know I used all of that. My God, today. I got to get my Danessa Myrix. With Danessa Myrix, I don't need no powder. It's just like so matte. I'm using Lancome, which I love, but that's my winter foundation because I don't need any.
I gotta find a new one too.
Danessa Myrix, she's so good, Mom. She's so good. I feel like
my skin is so beautiful. I don't really need it, but I love it.
You're right, Queen. Just Love said, Sincere gonna have to drop Mel. I can't defend sis no more. She messed up today.
It's going to be a coupling, and the boys are going to have to choose. Like, they're not smart.
Mm-hmm.
They are not smart. You gotta keep it so that they'll choose you again.
Yasmin said that bed game seems a little jitty party to me. Love Island is a big jitty party. BC Nick said English really is Gabe's third language, so I can't hate on him not being the best communicator. Oh, listen. I think that's fine. I like how Beatrice was just like, do you want to talk in Spanish? Because Beatrice was going to get her answer.
Okay.
But I just think he doesn't communicate well with her because he's not that into her. I think Gabe's type just walked into the villa.
And Gabe is flirty.
He is. He's a flirty guy. He's a flirty guy. Zach said, Zach said, comedic pause was too long talking about Casey. BC Nick said, Bless was crazy. I can't lie. And Anaya felt that. And I'm like, Casey, what are you doing? Kim Nicole said, come on, Casey, not blessed. Here's the thing. The bombshells just walked in. And you said that you're blessed.
No, but I think that just came out. I don't,
No, Casey is goofy, but he doesn't read the room.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Nia was like, now, Casey. I said, oh, Bishop, you in trouble.
Yes,
you in trouble.
Oh, yes, you did. She did not like that. She said,
that was not funny. Zora said, LOL, when Gabe expected a kiss from the oh my God, I was so what? He was like, I thought I was next. Kitty Kid K, hey, said Casey was doing a bit much, but let's give him some grace. Yeah, I'll give my boy some grace. Blip said Trinity and Bryce moving me a little bit. They were very cute this episode, and then the bombshells walked in. And the way Bryce looked at Soul and Jen.
Well, that's the name of the game.
It's the name of the game. Pink Yosha said this show is overly freaked out now. Like the kissing was one thing, but it's getting up there. Oh, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. They got to top the milk challenge. Hey, Pip named Slickback, what's up? Thank you for the super chat. Pip named Slickback said KC had way more red on him than anyone else. The producers definitely made sure they got a woman that wanted KC. They're ready to blow this up. Absolutely. That's why he gave that speech about love and melanin and black women being the blueprint. Because they're going to test him in his words. They're going to be like, oh, black women are the blueprint. You like melanin? Okay, Casey, let's see. But that's what this show is, guys. That's what they ask them, what their type is, what they like, right? And they're listening to everything that they say. So remember, we were all like, why would this show air this speech? This show that was not thinking about Black people, right? Or their Black audience that watch, never really made them a priority. So why now are we getting this Black women are the blueprint speech? Seemed a little odd. And then we got all of these light white bombshells. They're about to test that boy. Good luck, Casey. Good luck.
Listen, the thing about it is they're about to test him for what color? No, he's a man. And it's a woman.
Yes, Mom.
Period.
Yes, but this is a heavily edited show. So whether it's just a man or it's just a woman, Casey's storyline, and he did this to himself, is that Black women are the blueprint. He likes melanin. When he thinks of Black woman, he sees Anaya. Okay.
But they kissed him.
And that's the name of the game. Like they tempt you in your couplings. Like this show is supposed to tempt you. It's supposed to make you not look like a good person. So the name of the game is not love. It really is Temptation Island. Thank you so much for the super chat. Pip named Slickback. Mwah. Love ya and cha-ching. Cameron said, I missed our Pen Pal Friday with the people in jail. Listen, I had a good time with that too. But when we got that serial killer, I had to back off. Pepe said, I knew they were trying to bring in a man for Kenzie. Guaranteed he's going for someone else, though. He's from Miami and an influencer. He knows what he's doing. The way he was on Anaya, I don't know if producers told him to do that, but I'm just like, What if Kenzie is not his type? Child Hannah said, being dating a 20-year-old made me feel, someone 20 years older than her made me feel bad for her. I didn't want to say that, but me too. Me too. That didn't. I felt really uncomfortable when she said that. Like, listen, 46. It's a little long in the tooth. It's not elderly, but it's far too old for a 25-year-old. Hey, Lawyer. Lawyer said, yes, these are COVID quarantine kids. Yeah, they're going to be a bit awkward. They're going to be a bit awkward. So let them figure it out. Fid said, Anaya being so upset is what made me finally see that she actually does. She's trying to here's the thing. She's trying to keep it in and hold it together because she doesn't want to get played. She does not want to get played. And I absolutely understand that. Cameron said, Nikki, don't call it my age. I know I'm I was just, every time I do it, I make up a different number. It'll probably be 37 tomorrow. But we're a diverse audience here. We have boomers, Gen X, millennials, Gen Z. We better not have no Gen Alpha. Go to bed. BC Nick said, those Kenzie and Corbin combos at the beginning of it's such a struggle. It's such a struggle, but we gonna let the babies rock, child. XO said, Mel and Trinity kiss was my fave kiss so far this season. It had the most passion, but Caleb and Anaya. April said, hey, Nikki and chat fam, what's up? What's up? Coco said, I need to know why the band was so long. They got to be like a triple California king. XO said, good for him. And it's smart. His hair is beautiful. Yes, I'm really happy for Sincere. I'm really, really happy for him. Pinky Yosha said, the issue is Caleb hasn't revealed what he likes. He could easily be like, Kenzie is not his type. Yeah. Yep. You never know. Hitler's dream could only be in the black woman. You never know. You never know with them white boys from the South. Pink Yoshi said, I've been told y'all that man Casey does not like us and was fronting. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see. This show is absolutely going to test him. Thid says, Sincere needs to run. Hopefully he hits it off with Soul. I think that it's either going to be Sincere and Corbin who are going to hit it off with Soul. I think Melanie's probably going to make it very uncomfortable for that to happen. And I think Sincere is going to want to appease her. I think Corbin is going to be more available than Sincere. And I think she might go that way because the bombshells play the game, right? And she's not going to come in to try to shake things up and get on the bad side of a girl that has kind of like a clique in the villa at this point. So, I think if she's going to be smart, she's going to lock in on Corbin. But we'll see. Because you also got to get the girls to like you, not just the boys. Cameron said, does anyone remember the first season of the Steve Harvey Show? Sincere and Mel are Romeo and Sophia. Yes! Yes! Extremely accurate. KT35 said, KC saying he want to move to Atlanta and loves a pixie cut is making me believe he really do love black women, but I'm still watching and waiting, especially after that comment he made tonight. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. Because this is the thing. I feel like Casey is like really involved in a culture. I think he does date around, and again, I don't know him, but I do think I don't know if black women are his preference, but I can see him with a sister, genuinely with a sister. Pink said, I got to be honest. We will probably get only one black woman by the end of this show. It will probably be mostly ambiguous since I don't see Trinity and Anaya being exchanged out. I'm telling you, I think if any black girl was going to make it to the end, it would be Anaya. Hannah said, I feel sorry for Anaya because the way people are starting to defend Casey scares me. If she chooses herself, people will drag her. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think she will be fine. I think it's KC who can't play. Excuse me, but I think that she will be fine. Pepe said, Nikki, love your shirt. Hi, Mama Star. You're funny saying he is African. Thank you. Hannah said, I need to see how he behaves in the show to make my mind up on him. Yeah, it's still early, y'all. It's still early. KT35 said, Casey even did a Michael Jackson move. Yes. Guys, if you go to his TikTok, almost every repost is something about Michael Jackson. He's obsessed in a good way. He's a fan. And that's another thing. 25-year-old black guy obsessed with Michael Jackson. That lets me know that he grew up in a household that, played the culture, played the greats. Because I'm not saying that younger people don't know about Michael Jackson, but for him to be as obsessed with Michael Jackson as he is, that lets me know that was at 25. That lets me know that he has been absolutely surrounded by some great black talent in his home. So that's why I keep on feeling like he might be the real deal, even though Butter Biscuit disagrees. Bianca said, I like it, but also if he likes soul, it's okay too. Whatever ends up happening with them, I'm fine. But I feel like KC got to walk lightly because he established a standard. He got to keep to that standard. Exo said, I lost brain cells during Kenzie and Corbin's chat. It was tough. It was tough. BC Mama, excuse me. Yeah. Peanut Gallery. Tell your child to get in the chat. Get off the phone. BC Nick said, Kenzie and Corbin have zero chemistry. It's hard to watch. Yes. Pink says, I think that everyone, including Corbin, that was first wave, will go home. I think the reason why producers are introducing so many bombshells is because they want people like Soul, Kaida, Jen, and Caleb. I do agree that as well. I do think when it's time for the girls to choose again, I think Caleb is going. I don't see any of the girls really being into him. Hey, Node. Node said both baby talking at each other like it's their first day on earth. That's what it is. Thank you so much. It's just like they're trying to, it's like they're that cockroach alien in Men in Black, and they're like trying to figure out being human. That's what it feels like watching them. It's so odd. Thank you so much for that note, because I was trying to figure it out. Daft aliens trying to figure out their human form. Sugar. BC Nick said, at least Bryce and Trinity seem to enjoy each other's company. Yeah, it's giving besties, but friends to lovers. That could happen. Hello, Nicolandria. Friends to lovers. Although we had to beat her over the head and let her know that was the one. My God, today we came together to get that girl to see that boy was it. Is that what he's trying to do, Zora? Zora said, I think Corbin is putting on a fake Jamaican accent. He's trying to do something. Handcuff me. Yeah. No way. I cannot imagine his mom. I cannot imagine him being able to talk like that in front of his mom. I just can't see it. Unless, how old is your mother? Child of young hoes is raising kids. No, I'm sorry, Miss Corbin. Suzette said, I'm a living witness that Black men love Black women, period. Hello. See, y'all only see me in these YouTube streets. When I go back home to Philly, from north to west. South, maybe even Cherry Hill. It's a it ain't safe for the black and the black boys. Girl, I have a good time. I have a great time when I go back home. That's another thing. I always thought that I was a black man's preference. I didn't know. Listen, LA really changed. Open my eyes, child. I had no idea. I had no idea. But I'm right there with you, Suzette. I don't know what it's like to not be wanted by a black man. Suzette said, I'm a living witness that black men love black women. Down. I'm a dark skinned by all paperback standards. LOL. I'm a witness. Love well. No drama. No struggle love. Yeah. Them chocolate kings love us. I don't know where y'all getting them low racial self-esteems. Hannah said Corbin's first language must be Japanese. That baby is so hard. Let me tell you something. If that was my son, I would call production and I would say, put my son on the phone right now. When he got that phone, I would say, open your mouth and enunciate. Don't you dare embarrass me on that show. Talk like you got some sense. Love you. Click. Got the whole world, like the whole world is watching your son. What the hell is that? Because the first thing that we think of is you and that father. How did he get to that point? How did he get to 22 talking like that? He speaks in his throat. No, say he speaks in his throat. That's what it is. Handcuffs. Oh, yeah, handcuffs. But again, let me stop judging, because that's like, I guess that's what the young girls think is sexy. It's like, oh, you talk like a caveman. Maybe that's, I'm gonna let it go, because what was that? No, I was attracted to deep voices. You know what? Yeah. See, I'm also attracted to like deep Black American regional accents. Y'all would gag. Y'all would gag if y'all ever heard some of the men in Philly I dated. But that accent gets me every time. So I'm not judging. Let me stop judging Corbin, because I guess wherever he's from, they got the girls going crazy. I get it. Thank you guys for talking this out with me. Fid said Corbin is Jamaican. I'm assuming that's his accent. Plus he's from but I don't hear Jamaican. I hear caveman. Maybe he's trying to hide it. Corbin, you need to lead into the patois. Let's start doing that. That would be much hotter than what you're trying to do. K235 said Corbin's first language is lies. Y'all are a mess. WNC, he's a bombshell, y'all. He's trying to get to the money. Everybody mad. WNC said, how is Corbin Jamaican when he sounds like he's from Bahamas or Haiti? His AI model downloaded the wrong accent. I think he's probably trying to hide it. He probably has like a really strong accent and he's trying to like Americanize it. Oh my God. There was, because I'm trying to like not tell too much about business, but there was this guy that I was feeling. He wasn't American. And to like, he was cute. He's cute. So I think because he's cute, the American girls that he would date would tell him that his American accent was cute and funny. When he would do an American accent, it was so cringe. Like as soon as he would do that American accent, my clan would just, you know what I mean? No entry. I was so uncomfortable because I was also like a bit offended. Like I was just like, this is what you think Americans sound like? It's so weird because it doesn't sound like any American. It's like if John Wayne was trying to speak through being choked by cement. It was so weird and odd. And maybe that's what's happening with Corbin. Maybe he does have a thick accent and he's trying to do an American accent, but it's not computing. Maybe that's what's happening. Simone said, Casey, Nala said, synonyms for dumb. I want to, I don't want to cause no harm. We're not going to add on to the bullying the kids is getting. Simone said, Casey is on probation until he rights his wrongs. That embarrassed me after I defended him. See, Simone, listen, can never defend a man. Ain't that something? You can never defend a man. So sad. Just John said the episodes are getting more freaked out to back-to-back kissing. Good grief. And it's only episode 5, guys. I'm telling y'all, hold on. It's gonna get worse. Pink said this show has too much going on to bring religion into it, especially since it's getting super freaky compared to previous seasons. Oh, absolutely agree. Zora said, I want Anaya to stop being Sincere's therapist. I'm absolutely fine with that if that gets her to the end. I'm at fly under the radar so the Hitler Youth will not take you out. Just John said the bombshell with the pixie cut is naturally beautiful. Yeah, she looks like Kayla Carter to me. Hey, Queen. Queen said, I can see Anaya being dumped from the island. Destiny, Bella, not sure it's religion keeping them at this pace. It could be religion, or I think it's probably mainly culture. And, they don't want to embarrass their parents, except for Trinity. I don't know what's going on with Trinity. But it could also be that where it's just like, my parents are watching. Remember, Alandria had a nice little pace that she was going at too. She wasn't doing too much. It wasn't too much going on. She kept it cute. Fid said the episode made me see Anaya open up a bit to KC. Yes, and then for KC to do that, I'm like, you're finally now you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Tell Lauren to call you later. They're gossiping. Tori says Serena and Cordell move slow too. Yep. And look at them now. Definitely appear to be the strongest couple to come out of Love Island. Even if they explore, I think they will be good. I agree. Now let's say Casey and Anaya don't even need to kiss. They can cuddle and talk to each other in the face. And others cute stuff. It's giving, that's the thing. I think because of their pace, people are thinking that it's friendly, but I think Anaya is catching feelings. And I'm just like, Casey, don't play with that. Don't play with that. Nala said I like B this episode. I think the reason why she was more likable this episode is because she was more vulnerable. But she's being vulnerable to a guy that I do not think is interested in her like that. Catsy said Anaya doesn't like KC. She's given the bare minimum. I would love for her to try and fake it to get closer to the money. I do think that she's starting to like him. I think that she is very cautious of guys like KC, guys who look like KC. And I think it's because of where she grew up and the community that she grew up in. You always have to be wary of Black boys. Boy moms, of them Black sons, please, let's grip them up out of collar. They're terrorizing Black girls in school. Fid said, I think she will open up eventually. Me too. Prime example, Serena and Alandria. They didn't play. I agree. SEO Shogun, what's up? Said it's wild because Sean would have made her feel very secure, but I'm worried that B is actually one of those people that only wants to chase. I think it probably takes her a minute to like really get close to people. But I think because this process is so accelerated, they're hanging around each other all day. They have no other human interaction. So everything is a bit accelerated. And I think it's forcing her to deal with the insecurities that she has. But again, it's in such an accelerated pace because bombshells are constantly coming in and you want to establish something strong before a bombshell comes in to tempt that. Pink says kind of because there are no more handicapped bombshells on the island, it could be a disadvantage. Right now, I don't think the cast is making her feel any different. I don't think that it's come into play yet, but only time will tell. Queen said marriage counselor being sincere in Melanie's biggest fan. If she don't nurture her couple, she'll go home. I agree. Tori said Serena and Cordell were slow burners too, and look at them now. They definitely appear to be one of the strongest couples. Out of Love Island, Casey and I are moving fine. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. SEO Shogun said, I think it has to do what she is confident in. I think she is confident that she's sexy, but kind of like with Melanie, maybe she worries that she can't keep him. I don't think anyone can keep Gabe. I absolutely agree with that. Gabe is not going to be kept for a long time. I don't think he will ever settle down. He gives me Terrence Howard's character in The Best Man. I don't think he'll ever slow down. Hey, Tony. Tony said, I don't want to see the couples always engage in kissing and affection. I want to hear in-depth conversations talking about their goals. We have enough sexual content in the challenges. I agree. Cameron said, yeah, I'm Mama Star completely. I feel uncomfortable with how half of the contestants are 20 to 23 and the rest are 30 and up. There needs to be an age limit on the show. Here's the thing. I think if there was an older woman in the villa, if there was somebody like 29 or 30, Sean will probably still be in that villa. Nobody can relate to him. It was unrelatable. And I'm just like, well, why are y'all not thinking of that? Why do y'all have people who are 20 on a show with somebody that's 29? That doesn't make any sense. What 29-year-old wants to be hanging around somebody that's 21? That's not realistic. It needs to be either 25 and up or 25 or 20 to 25. Either 20 to 25 or 25 to 30. That's what it needs to be to make more sense if you want love. That would make more sense. Fitz said having a 21-year-old bombshell is crazy. Last season in season 6, age range was good. They only had one 22-year-old. I thought the girl that had all of the fillers was like 20. I thought that she was the youngest bombshell they've ever had. Zora said B is competitive. She's confident when she has to rely on herself. Long jump is an individual sport, so she only has to rely on herself, but Love Island requires her to put trust in someone else, so she's insecure. That's a great perspective. Great perspective. KT35 said, I don't know if Beatrice's insecurity comes from her disability. I think it's more so that she never got to feel feminine because of her athleticism and toughness. She said the guys usually treat her like one of the boys. I will absolutely agree with that. Hey, Suzette. Suzette said, beautiful and Gabe be kissing and cuddling all night, every night. But in the daylight, they just grunt and say nothing. Because it seems like their connection is physical. It's a sexual connection, but there's nothing more. And I think that's what Beatrice is looking at. She's looking at how everybody is connecting outside of the bedroom. Pinky said, B never has read to me as feminine, and it has nothing to do with sports. It's more like of a mannerism and stuff. You know, listen, tomboys exist. Suzette said, Mama, sorry, I don't think it's because of her disability. Gabe is just not that into her. He already said that blondes are his type. Yeah, his type just walked into the villa. Pinky said, then who is going to be interested in B? Like, I don't see Caleb being her type. You know what, guys? She may go home. B may go home. Sean is no longer there. And Gabe may pick Jen. Queen said, plumbing definitely works, LOL. But when you're that young, you think it's over after a certain age. Oh, absolutely. She's 25. She's 25. She's going to have a mental breakdown at 29. At like 11:30 p.m. on her 29th birthday, going into 30, on the last few minutes of her 29th year of a mental breakdown because of how society makes women feel like it's over at 30. And then she's going to get to 31 and be like, what the hell was I thinking? But yeah, of course, at 25, people think 52 is so old. So I get that. But she was jumping up and down on something 46. So I think she was trying to take a dig at that 52-year-old because she experienced something. She had a one up on her. That 52-year-old got to experience Gabe in a way that she hasn't. And that was just her, being a little insecure. Just John just said, I had to remind myself not to be offended by the 52-year-old woman conversation. All 52-year-olds are not created equally. That combo was very white-coated. Us black 50-plus-year-olds are extraordinary. Oh, absolutely. Listen, the same thing happens to me. I used to get offended by some of those things. Especially when people like talk about millennials. I used to get real offended, like hello, because this is the thing. Nobody knows how old millennials are. Some people think that we're Gen Alpha, and then some people think that we are boomers. So nobody, we're like the forgotten. We're the most talked about, but most forgotten. We're the middle child of generations because nobody really knows how old we are. So whenever somebody would say something about millennials, I used to get someone raised. I used to be like, that's not us. That's baby Gen Z. That's not us. That's Gen X. I used to get so upsetting. But when it came to young women who would say those things, I would let it go because I remember. That's one thing about age. Every birthday, the older you get, you run everything back. And I remember the eve of my 30th birthday, I remembered everything that I said about the women over 30. Everything. And as I approached 30, I was just like, ooh, I should have had more grace. I should have had more grace. So I remember so I let it slide because I know that they're all going to they're all going to experience that moment at 11:59 p.m. Within the last minute of their 20s. They're all going to go through the same thing. So I let it go. And you wait for them to get into them 30s and wake up. And that's when you connect. But in the 20s, you let them go. You let them say, you let them do whatever. Because we were there. And then you hit them 30s and everything start getting real. So Beatrice, she's going to gag when she has to, because she has to look back at that and realize she said that in front of the world. And she's going to gag on the eve of that 30th birthday and be like, why the hell did I say that about that lady? Every woman gets their wake-up call. Hey, Kid said, I'm loving the jokes B makes about her disability. She is genuinely funny. I love that too. And I also think it's to just make people feel comfortable and not be odd around her. Because when Gabe kicked her, he said, oh, I'm sorry. She said, I can't feel it. I like how she has fun with that. I really, really, really do. Hannah said, I think B may have been groomed by that. Oh, he was 6? And hold on. She's 25 now. So we don't know how old she was when she dated him. He absolutely groomed her. Pink said, no offense, Love Island needs an age limit and no kid rule. Here's the thing. If there's an age limit and the age limit is 25 to 30, then you can't do a no kid rule. Somebody gonna have a kid. Somebody gonna have a kid. Just John just said, B being in secret long-term relationships with a man much older than her is a part of why she has so many issues. Trust and believe that man had her mind. Absolutely. Tony said, a 45-year-old man does not need waking up in the sexual department. Oh, OMG, Nikki, I can't believe you think that. Here's the thing. A 45-year-old man, and we just have to be honest, he's not taking nobody down like a 33-year-old. Come on. Y'all are lying if them 45-year-old men, is that a millennial? A Gen Xer or for an elder millennial man ain't taking nobody down like that. We gotta be we gotta be real here. Now listen, if y'all are getting put through the mattress by a 45, 46-year-old, let me know where. Where they at? Where are they at? Because ain't no way. Where they at? You Tony, what's going on? What that 46-year-old doing to you? Girl, hit me in my Instagram. Let's talk. Because they tired. They got to take a break. They got to put icy hot on the knees. Like, come on. Like, forget it. But if that's just, other women's experience and not the norm, maybe you should let us know, where they at. Sharing is caring. Zora said Mel and Bia are too, because where are you finding these 46-year-olds? They got all this energy. Not for me. Like, I'm not. Where is it? Are they down south? I left Atlanta too soon. Zora said Mel and B are two sides of this. I feel like they were sisters. I feel like they're clashing because they're the same damn thing. Wait a minute. Jess Johnson said, Tony, you are right. Not a healthy 45-year-old man. Those mofos then let themselves go. That's what I'm talking about. LOL. Don't sleep on 55 plus dudes. What is going on in the chat? Because I was about to be in them baby millennial streets, but if it's just the location, that's the issue. Y'all let me know. What is going on? What is going on tonight? Hey, Queen. Queen said Melanie taking him for a roller coaster ride for that one chat all summer. She constantly says it's going to be a fun summer. Oh, she's a mess. Melanie is I'm like, why would you do that in front of Sincere? Now, when he goes and do the same thing, you can't, I need 10. You can't do all that. Because it was cool when you did it. It better be fine when he do it. Just John just said, I need Sincere to drop Melanie. She is not showing herself to be worth the aggravation. There are too many women who will be down the clown if he would give them a chance. Listen, I like them. I think they are very cute. If Melanie don't get it together and Sincere moves on, I can't get mad at him. Because he's actively trying and she's actively trying him. Pink said the show favors more ambiguous girls than straight, black, or white. But guys, we're in the week 2 now. We got some more bombshells coming. Let's give it some time. Zora said 2 relationships at her age is a lot, though, especially because she's from oh, you're right. Did she meet that freaky man online? That's probably what happened. She met that man online. Pink said, we need some Asians in this show, but I think a lot of seasons was built around politics. I am just saying this show seems to be getting more snowier and the producers are adding in them. I'm going to tell you right now, I think we've had this conversation before. Reality TV do not feature Asian people. The Asian community need to get loud about. I've been saying that. You would not think that Asian people are in America. The way these reality TV shows go, they do not feature them at all. I would not be surprised if we don't get any Asian person on the show. I would not be surprised. And if we do get an Asian person, watch it be a Asian. Like, can the white not be there? Oh, wait a minute, we got Sean. We got Sean, but I mean, I don't, We was looking at him for different reasons. Um, Just John just said, Black girls first bullies our own family members. We get bullied by other Black boys when we leave the house. Clock it. Clock it. The way my mom used to fight battles for me and I didn't even know what was going on. Girl, Mama Star is amazing. Just John to say, Casey loved all the kissing. His eyes were rolling back when he saw it coming his way. He was literally in a state of euphoria over kissing on that bed. He was having fun. Oh my God, if they make it to movie night, Taisha, what's up, Taisha? So Anaya and Casey do not like each other. They got no choice. Anaya has more experience and education than Casey, and I think Casey likes a different type of Black girl. I think Casey likes. I think Anaya on Instagram is his type. Ice Macchiato, the type that he would date. Ice Macchiato, but Anaya on here could be his type as well. We don't know, guys. We don't know. Let them babies rock out. We'll see. Ice Macchiato said Corbin was talking to Kenzie and said he wants to put blindfolds on and find your partner and put handcuffs on. Then that's what Corbin was talking to Kenzie and said he wants to put blindfolds on and find your partner and put handcuffs on. And then that's what they do in the challenge. I never thought about that. Like, is Corbin sitting in the producer bay? My God, today. Zora said, leave Trinity alone. She's just a fun, whimsical girl. Child. She sure is. I thought it was going to be an orgy. I said, Trinity, calm down. Lord. Pink said, Trinity got to unfreak herself. Yeah, it's too much. That is the definition. She is the definition of hot in the pants. My God, today. I said, what young girl? You 22? An orgy? Lord. BC Nick said, if every challenge is everyone makes out with everyone, what's the point? Please make it make sense. Guys, y'all clenching your pearls too early. They still have to top the milk challenge. Just you wait. Ice Macchiato, I love that look. I have to find that look with additional fabric and support. Me. She lost me. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer said, I swear the challenge on this show used to be silly and goofy. Remember, thank you, Jennifer. I remember it used to be fun. It never used to be this nasty. I never remember all this kissing on Love. I mean, I was clenching my pearls a bit at season 3, but my God, today, who knew that it would get worse? As my Michael said, I want to know how Bryce knows one of the. Did he say that? Did he say he knows one of the bombshells? Amira said, not gonna lie, I'm starting to like Trinity and Bryce. I think they're cute, but it's like Trinity and Bryce are giving me the same energy as Casey and Anaya. It's still just giving friendship right now, but listen, maybe it's a slow burn, like everybody's saying. Me too. BC Nick said, I feel like Bryce and Trinity actually get along well with each other, but I'm not sure about romantically sane. Jess Jonda says, Soul looks more stunning with natural beat than glamour shot in the body. Wow, the body was crazy. That lingerie did her very well. Pink said, Sincere is a toxic dynamic with Mel. It's something I don't want to see. Here's the thing. I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think these two will not get as bad as we've seen. And I can understand everybody being very cautious because of the trauma we endured in season 7. But I don't think they're going to be what we got last season. Tori said Melanie was having the time. She sure was. The time of her life. Kissing Trinity, then Sincere and Corbin back to back. Pretty entertaining. Yep. Sucking on that boy's bottom lip while Sincere is watching. Girl. And then the way she was kissing Caleb, Melanie, I was like, girl, okay, he's jealous. He won't do that again. Like he learned his lesson. Stop. Melanie, stop. KT35 said the new bombshell is not even Melanie's type, according to what she said before. So what was she doing all that for? Yeah. She doing too much. She is like, I'm like, girl, have fun, but not in front of Sincere. Lord, she like every time she's in front of Sincere, she's having a bachelorette damn party. Calm down. BC Nick said, imagine if Sincere did that in front of Melanie. I can't imagine that because one, he wouldn't. Two, she would have a fit. Lord. Mary said, Sincere needs to explore, not out of revenge, but out of self-respect and not wanting to play these childish games. I absolutely agree. And who would have thought that he would be the one that's emotionally mature in the relationship? Sincere? I would have never called that. Cameron said, I was surprised that Beetlejuice didn't suplex one of the bombshells when they came in. Are you calling Bryce Beetlejuice? Who is Beetlejuice? Fizz said Casey forgot where he was. Casey was in heaven. Ephraim Emily said, thank you, Star fam, for always supporting our girl, Nikki, and remembering to like the video. Yes, thank you all so much. Wait, I just saw a comment and I want to talk about it. Just Jonathan said that look that Sincere gave Soul was hella sexy. He had me feeling a little tingly with that look. Ow! I had to remind myself that he could be one of my son's age. Oh, he lost it when she kissed him. The way he set up. I said, Sincere about to play and well deserved. Let him play. Melanie, keep on playing. Let him play back. Let him play back. KG35 said, Ariana said, don't worry, ladies. I didn't forget about you guys. Then brought out the most mid-white boy I've ever seen. Well, not the way that Melanie and Kenzie were acting. Jay Rayland said, they need to do better with the white male bombshells or just don't bring them in. Y'all have to realize that the white guys we find attractive is not what the white community finds attractive. Y'all are trying to get a white guy that black woman would be attracted to. Guys, they're not bringing John B to the villa. That's not happening. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you and me. Like, that's not happening. Okay? We're going to get Caleb's. We're going to get Bryce's. We're not going to get John B. Y'all gotta let that go. Y'all gotta let that go. They gave you Bryce from LA with Tim's. You got to make it work like Trinity. BC Nick said having him make the rounds on the girls while handcuffed to the guys is very, very, very messy. But there's a comment that I'm looking for. I can't find it, but somebody was talking about how Caleb was shaking. And I was like, I caught that too. But I was like, is he nervous? Or is he excited? Like, what's going on? That was a little odd too. I said, is the baby scared? Oh Lord. I saw that and I was like, what's going on? XO said Gabe made me holler. That was so hilarious. Gabe is actually really, really funny. When he's not making out, he's a fun guy to watch. Yeah, there it is. The way his leg was shaking, XO, I was like, what's going on? Should we be watching this? What is going on? That was so odd. Yes, Just Jonathan said Caleb was born for Kenzie, but what if he is not feeling her? That would be the twist of the century. KT35 said, I think Caleb just realized he had kissed Kenzie for a really long time and thought he needed to give the same energy to all the girls so no one would know who he preferred. Oh, that would be smart. Wavy said, Caleb is here for Kenzie. Everybody else got a hey or how you doing, but he greeted her by her name. That hey, Kenzie. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. K235 says, Soul said, I like the blackish boys. She like one monoracial. I agree. XO said, I think K should sweat a little. I agree. I think they need to bring in somebody for Anaya. Let the bishop sweat. Since he want to be blessed, let the bishop sweat. Just John said, America is going to vote next. How can we get America to put Soul and Sincere together? I think that's going to happen. Melanie is not well liked by a lot of people from in the Love Island fan base. I think the Hitler Youth has her as their next target. So they're going to absolutely put Sincere with somebody else. And it's going to be Soul. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Wavy said, I want chaos at the next recoupling. I'm ready. It will be. It will be. It will be. Cameron said, 349 people in here and 86 likes. Like the video. Yes, guys. Like the video. I don't want to be that weird streamer that has to put like a blinking like in my video. Come on, y'all. Like the video. Please. I'm trying to keep it cute over here. I don't want to put all that stuff up. The banner is enough. It took me a long time to get comfortable with doing the damn banner. Please don't make me put a like sign on this video. Pretty sad. I don't think Paralympians will last. The boys aren't into her. A Paralympian will last. The boys aren't into her. Like that Gabe is just a horn dog. I have to say, I agree. I think Gabe is going to pick somebody else. That recoupling is going to be a nightmare. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Piper said, nobody is safe. I feel like being messy. I hope they let us vote for the recoupling. Y'all going to flip too many tables. Here's the thing. I know y'all going to vote to be messy, but remember when y'all voted to be messy last time? Let's just go back to normal voting. Just John said, I usually don't vote, but if I had the chance to put a couple together, I would absolutely vote for Soul and Sincere. Oh my God. Fid said, if we get to vote, I'm definitely putting Sincere and Soul together. Oh, y'all are messy. That look Sincere gave was something serious. Oh my gosh. Melanie gonna cuss America out. Y'all better be ready. She gonna cuss y'all out. Pimp named Slickback said, there's rumors that Caleb wants Anaya and Trinity. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. I hope they don't take it. If he puts it out there, I hope they do not accept. Thank you so much, Pimp named Slickback, for the super chat. Cha-ching. I want to find my clicker, guys. And if you guys will know pretty soon why I don't have all my things with me. It's a lot happening, child. Casey said, Mary said, Casey wore a shirt before Love Island, said black women are art. So I believe he actually likes black women, but that doesn't mean he can't turn his head. I think he likes black women. I think he's the kind of black guy that explores, but it's just like, oh, but I'm going to marry a black woman and have black kids. I think that could be him. But again, it's so early. Who knows? Over the top. Thank you, Just Jonda. I had no idea what that was. Hey, Pretty Problem said, I don't know why he gave the same energy as him picking the plant door. I don't trust it at all. And I like my boy, Casey, but he's a little childish. Oh, he's definitely a little childish. Hannah said, Anaya and Casey are giving me Ace and Shelly, and it didn't end well for Shelly, so I'm scared for Anaya. I can absolutely see the comparison there. RMW said, I think Corbin is trying to flatten a Bahamian accent, but also as a college athlete, but empathize the athlete over the college part. Oh, I like that. And I agree. Glock said, I'm a mumbler like Corbin. When you mumble, I swear you really don't hear it yourself. You think you're talking normal. Here's the thing. I think he's intentionally doing that, though. I think he thinks that sounds sexy. I don't think when he gets older, I don't think Corbin at like 32 is going to talk like that. I think he thinks that's sexy. Bolt said, "Do you find any of the men entertaining?" I enjoy Casey. I enjoy Sincere. I enjoy the main cast guys. I really like all of them. Corbin, the jury's still out. I'm not enjoying him yet. I think he came in wrong for the audience when it was very clear that he was lying to the girls and like playing them. Like he didn't come in. I mean, he came in like a bombshell, but he also didn't come in like he really liked any of them. He came in like he was playing them. And he also was leading out with being a player, not being a good partner. So he could go, but I would love to keep the main cast. Pink said Philly kind of scary. I love that city, but I can agree. I can agree. Pretty said Corbin gives ethnic chameleon vibes like Drake one day. Yes. I would love to see Corbin around his family. I wonder what he sounds like around his family. Me too, April. Who's Beetlejuice? Who is Beetlejuice? Pink says Sean's self-image got to be destroyed after getting sent home the first. That does something to you. And to come out and not know that he's unemployed. Like he doesn't know all the drama that has happened since he's entered into the villa. Jennifer said B is also professional sports world. Lots of creepy older coaches preying on people, but who knows? Oh my God, could it have been a coach? Oh, B. Oh, B. Could it have been a coach? Heather said a while ago, I met a 57-year-old at speed dating. They treat you like a queen. Don't be a hater till you try it. Oh my goodness. I think I told you this story. I remember mid-20s, I was dating this guy and I lost him to somebody like 62. The way that humbled me, I was like in a love triangle with a 62-year-old woman and she won. She won. She was bad. I couldn't even hate when I saw her. I was just like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? But I was like, oh my God. Listen, I'm not hating on older people. I'm not at all. I just didn't know that the 46-year-old Dingling was still great. I didn't know that. Child, Tony, let me know. Girl, where you live? Jess Jonathan said, girl, as the aunties told me, I can now tell you, keep on living, honey, because grown women's out here at the gym because they getting put through the mattress. The older ones, yeah! Yes! Well, that's one thing I do know that, when you get older, it's still, I never was the one that's like, thought that when I got older, I would slow down because let me tell you something. My grandmother, listen, she never slowed down. She used to have so many, she would have to like block them in her phone. She was just like, I don't feel like him today. Today, girl, what? Girl, there was drama in the church because she had multiple men fighting over her at choir practice. I know it gets better when you get older. I've always known that. Oh yeah, how old is Method Man? Child. Oh, okay, vegans. Pretty said them Nature Boy and vegan, not Nature Boy. Heather said my 45-year-old take LA. Where are you going past the 10? Because maybe I'm not going past the 10 enough. Where in LA? I gotta stop dating actors. It's actors. That's what it is. I gotta leave them actors alone. I need to get just a real regular dude. I gotta stay out of the entertainment industry. Maybe that's why. When I moved to New York, I was a teenager. I left when I was like a fresh 21. I haven't experienced New York. Do I need to be in New York? I haven't experienced New York as a woman. Do I need to be in New York? Because y'all telling me LA and New York. I'm here in LA. Where are they? Mm, mm. In LA, child, let me get outside because I am going to a Juneteenth event. Just Shonda said, and actually give a damn if you get yours. Don't be out here chasing young guns staying in the 76. No, 76%, no big O. Thank you all for this great advice. No, said the Asians be on 90 Day Fiance. They do. They absolutely do, but they're being abused by the Americans. I don't think that's a representation that they want. I do not think that is the representation that they want. Thid said, Child Shore mom is half white and half Korean. Oh, really? Can I say something about Sean's mom? She let that boy down. She don't play about that boy. You say anything about him, she is on threads, either praising or debunking whatever you just said. She don't play about that baby. She is proud of her boy. Proud of her boy. Pretty said, how long do you think Bryce will last if Trinity stays with it? Bryce is recoupling. Bryce is recoupling. It's either, it might be Trinity and Beatrice going home. Bryce is recoupling. That is why I felt like, even though I couldn't stand that cop, I felt like Trinity should have went for him. Brooke said, because they're not casting the right ones. London Tipton was our last Asian representation. And that one girl from Fast and Furious. Who's London Tipton? Oh, yeah, I remember that girl from Devin. I remember her. Devin Aoki. I remember her. She just married that white guy and became a mom, and you ain't never heard from her since. Devin's face was so beautiful. It was a face that you've never seen before. I was like, girl, she looks the same. I mean, I know she's a rich kid, but I'm like, girl, you should have been getting them coins. There was nobody who looked like you in the industry. Why did you disappear to be somebody's wife? And anyway, London Tipton. Who is London Tipton? I know Devin Aoki. Oh, another one. Married a white man and became a mom and disappeared. That's the thing. Y'all have to keep them white men away from your community. Y'all disappear when y'all get with them. Ain't this Macaulay Culkin wife? Yeah, Macaulay Culkin. Yeah, they got a baby. He like 1 or something. How old is London? Because I know Macaulay Culkin. Yeah, she born in 1990. What the hell you doing with Macaulay? That's not old. That's not. Yeah, she in her third. But Macaulay. Let me mind my business. Pink said, I doubt that because Blasians, alt Asians that are heavy tattooed, and a few of them be on Corbin type of behavior. I've never dated an Asian or a Blasian, but again, I'm from Philly. You know, my type, that the stock there is heavy. Pretty said, if Melanie was a guy, she couldn't do sincere like that in reverse. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Taisha said, I hate how sometimes the camera zoom in on a couch in those tiny bikinis. I don't want to slip. Oh, yeah, the bombshells. Jen almost had a slip. I was like, oh, coochie, let's be careful. Why are the bottoms so small? Like y'all are in motion. The Yellow Packer said, people said Melanie was excited for Kenzie. She was not excited for Kenzie. I think Melanie is playing too much. You better stop playing. You're going to lose that boy. April said, I'm so proud of Black Gen Z because I think I would instinctually hesitate to kiss a white dude. Oh, April. Oh, God. I got to read these comments before I bring them on. Rachel said, absolutely not. It could never be me. Jess Jonathan said, that is true. They are not bringing in Channing Tatum. Yeah, they're going to keep bringing Owen Wilson's. Well, wait. Is that I think that's the Farm brother. Hold on. Because I remember him. Is that the Royal Tenenbaum? Oh yeah, Owen. I'm talking about Luke. Yes, they're bringing Owen Wilson's No Shade when we want a Luke. Bring us a Royal Tenenbaum Luke Wilson. That's what y'all need to be doing. Pretty Problem said, does Kenzie give anyone else Bride of Chucky? It's the hair. It's the hair. I don't know why she didn't do her hair before she came on the show. The roots are rooting. Pink said Kenzie is definitely age regress. Okay. Well, I think a lot of the COVID kids are age regress. She brought a whole stuffed animal to the show. The princess move she always talks about, etc. There's a lot of things that make me think she ain't all that. But I think you nailed it. She's age regress. Absolutely age regress. But I think that's a lot of the COVID kids. Thid said, Sincere doesn't seem interested in Anaya. Anaya's too busy being a therapist. Sincere is... Oh, you think Anaya wants Sincere? That would be terrible if she did that. Terrible. Abby said, can't they bring in more black men? They can, but they won't. It's already a very colorful island. That's not happening. And if it is, it's going to be a swirly black guy. I think the only way we'll probably get a black guy is to test Anaya and Casey's relationship. But I'm just like, I don't think a black guy's going to test their relationship. Hot Pepper said Mel can go for Casey all she wants. Don't think he's interested in Mel. I don't think so either, because Mel tried it and Casey is just not. He's not seeing it for her. Tia said, if y'all put Soul and Sincere together, Mel, unfortunately, is coming for KC. And that is when Anaya will raise up. Oh, Beetlejuice is Beatrice? Oh, you are a mess. Oh, yeah.
I say greater.
That gives me power.
Yeah.
Jesse said, OMG, it so could have been a coach. Yep. She didn't tell her parents about him. Yep. It could have been. Absolutely. Pink says Casey likes black women like African women, not brown women like Dominican. He doesn't want me. Oh, so you think he's either white or African? No in between. CM said, I pray black girls stay away from the new bombshells. Asheville dudes are weird. Oh, that's where he's from? Is that place that was hella racist and got swept away in them storms? And didn't want FEMA to help them because they were racist. Remember that? You don't remember? They had a flood. I think Asheville, North Carolina. I think they had a really bad flood, and FEMA was trying to help. They was like, "We don't want you helping us because we don't like colors." And FEMA was just like, "We're from the government."
I like that.
So they ended up not getting help. Oh God, if he's from there, yikes on bikes. K235 said Nikki London Tipton, aka Brenda Songs. That's how I know her. It's up there with Hillary Duff and even Raven Simone for us young millennials, old genials. Yeah, I don't know her as London Tipton. Brenda Song is how I know her. India said People Magazine and some other local magazines said Caleb is a model in Charleston. See, I ain't never been to South Carolina, but I have an entire, like, I would go to South Kakalaki to eat. I have an entire Yelp list of all the places in South Carolina that I want to go because that food looks absolutely delicious. They can cook down there. Thid said, oh my God, this is such a tangent. Texas with the beef. If they take the beef out of Texas, we're done. The cattle is dropping like flies, girl. Don't touch that beef. I know Oprah is somewhere going. Thid said, remember Anaya was at Sincere's door. Oh, yeah. But I don't think she would go for him since, like, her and Melanie are building a friendship. And she knows that Melanie is Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. I don't think she would step on her toes like that. I don't think that's Anaya's character. Melanie may, but I don't think Anaya would do that. Simone said, no, Nikki, Asheville is a blue town. Caleb is from Ashbury. Is that red? Kimberly said, Asheville, North Carolina is progressive compared to other parts of it. It's an artist community. Oh, okay. So they didn't flood. So that's not the people that rejected FEMA. But he's from Ashboro. Is that the opposite of Asheville? Just John to say Caleb is a model in Charleston. Who is he modeling for? Whitney is his mom from Southern Charm. You are a mess. Ice Macchiato said, don't worry, we got lots of cattle down here. I am so hurt. I'm telling you, well, I wouldn't go now. The best meat I have ever had has been in Texas. I don't know what witchcraft them people is doing down there, but nobody can make a meat, can prepare a meat like them Texans. My God, today. My God, today. Peak said, Southern Charm normally means plantation types of homes. I'm confused. Is Caleb Clan or not, y'all? CM said Asheville and Ashboro aren't racist per se. They're just more palatable hills. Have eyes weird like mountain people weird. What? This is worse. This is worse. Oh my God. April said Western North Carolina can be racist, but Asheville isn't on that time. Yes, the hurricane went there. Caleb is from Ashboro. Why so many ashes? What is that? Lily Ablasian. Oh, hey, we got Ablasian in the Star family. Said Caleb's town is mega. Oh, okay. Okay, child. We will see. If he make it, he might go for Anaya. Them mega men love a black woman. What the hell is going on there? Jesse said, thank you, Nikki, for sticking up for Latino love. Yes, absolutely. I can't believe they're trying to break up that Latino couple. We need them. We need them. Pink says, meat from Texas fitting to stop now. That worm is taking that cattle out. And I said, Texas of all places, not Texas. Go to Florida, not Texas. K235 said, I would assume we can't trust Caleb until further notice. We can't trust any of them men until further notice. We have to wait until Casa. I'm a whole space. I'm a whole space. But I know Casa is coming. So I'm going to just, we going to see. We going to see. Fid said, child, my 40 and behind is confused with all the ash talk. Why so many ashes? Was it a popular name back in the 1800s? K235 said, it's so many ashes in the South from them burning down. Welp. Just Jonathan said, they especially love a black woman with a jiggy weave. Oh my God. A monoracial one at that. A monoracial one at that. Pink said, Caleb is just Bryce, but less hippie. We'll see. We will see. Guys, we're almost at 3 hours. So I'm going to get you out of here. Yesterday was ridiculous. I was supposed to stop at 2 because, on the work days, I'm going to try to get you out of here within 2 hours, but we be having so much fun. Anyway, y'all, make sure you like the video, share if you care, hype it up, and I will see you tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Love Island USA live review after show of episode 7. When is the recoupling coming? My God, that's going to be messy. I think movie night might be before Casa, but remember last year we didn't get a movie night. And I think they were a little scared about movie night because that cast was insane. So I think they were a little bit scared about that. So we'll see. We'll see if we get. I think this cast is a bit more sane than season 7. So I'm hoping we'll get a movie night, but only time will tell. Love you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Love ya. Mwah. I feel like falling in love.